What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Torino Career Mode. This is episode number 101, and we start today's episode off with a game against Sassuolo here away from home, back in the Serie A, coming on the back of that win against Real Madrid at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino in the Champions League semi-final second leg. That 1-0 scoreline put us through to our second Champions League final in 2 years, and as you can see in the league as well, with 4 games to go, we are 1 point clear of Juventus and have a game in hand on them as well. So right now in this season, things are, I'm really trying not to jinx it, but things are coming together so nicely right at the end of the season, and there is a chance of back-to-back sweeps, something I've never done before, and there is a definite possibility of that. Still, we do take on Sassuolo for the first game of today's episode here, and the first chance would fall to the home side as well. I left Sansone alone here. He went down the left-hand side, wanted to mark the guy in the centre, left him free one-on-one with Falco, trusted the young goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper did bail me out of a good save there. So still 0-0, but I trusted the goalkeeper in that moment, but in this moment here in the 21st minute, I shouldn't have had much faith in him, because Falco, who just made a really good stop there at his near post, has an absolute howler, and the young goalkeeper has kept his place in the first team ever since I dropped Bernie after the game against Chievo Verona. I've kept him in the first team for the league games, but that was a really poor mistake from my young keeper there. As you can see, the shot comes in and it just squirms through his body. He's been so good, this season since coming in, hasn't let in a single goal up until this moment. He's been really reliable, but unfortunately on that moment there, he didn't cover himself in much glory. The shot comes in, and let's be honest here, there may have been a little bit of shot power on it, but either way, he's got to deal with that. That was very poor, and it's 1-0 to Sassuolo. We had a good chance to equalise there, but that header was well saved with the goalkeeper in turn behind for a corner, so still 1-0 to the home side. And in the 34th minute, another good chance for us here as Gabbiadini gets onto the ball, plays it inside towards Okaka-Chuka, turns his man, gets himself inside to shoot here with the ball roll, and it's cleared off the line by Kurtic. Brilliant last-ditch challenge, and cleared away by Sassuolo. So still 1-0 to the home side here as we went in search of the equalising goal. And 3 minutes before the break here, as the goalkeeper for Sassuolo launches it forward, it falls to Sansone after it's flicked on. He goes down the left-hand side here, plays it inside towards his teammate, back to Sansone, takes it around Damian, crosses the ball in, and in the centre, the header by Larivi hits the bar, hits the underside of the bar, just about crosses the line before coming out, and the Sassuolo players celebrate because they go 2-0 up. And for the first goal, I'm totally happy blaming Falco, but for this one, he doesn't really have much chance. It's a really accurate header that loops over the goalkeeper's head, clips the underside of the bar, and just about crosses the line before it's clawed out. A perfect header, but to be fair, Alex, Sanjo, and Engels both going for that ball, and Engels is 6'4". Sanjo's not small either at 5'11". One of those players should have won that ball in the air there. I'm not going to blame Falco for that one, even though he's sort of diving backwards. Not going to blame him for that one, but you expect a defender of Engels' height and stature to deal with that. But either way, Sassuolo 2, Torino 0, and the first half ends with us 2 goals down, having an absolute nightmare here as we try and pull away. In the 64th minute, Hakan Çalhanoğlu would get us back in the game for the second time in the game. The ball cannons off that underside of the bar and just about across the line before coming out. This time for a goal for us. I brought on Hakan at half-time. Felt like I needed the Turkish midfield to provide something different, and that was a brilliant goal from our number 7. Really crisp strike there after getting past the slide challenge. Brilliant goal, and it is Sassuolo 2, Torino 1. But sadly, that was really the only thing that happened in the second half. I failed to create any more chances after that. Sassuolo really did kill the game off. I struggled to get the ball off them, and when I did, I wasn't able to get too many chances on the board, and the game did finish Sassuolo 2, Torino 1. So for the first time this year, this calendar year, we do lose, and very frustrating, because yes, of course, we're still top of the table by a single point, but with 4 games to go, now with just 3 games to go, we could have been 4 points clear, and kept it at a 2-game sort of gap, if you will, in terms of points needing to be accumulated from Juventus. That was a huge defeat right there, and just massive, really, because this season we've been so good at not slipping up, so good at keeping our composure, especially in those sort of games. But sadly, we do lose for the first time in this calendar year, the second time in the league this season, and the 4th time overall. So frustrated with that, but still, as we enter May here, you can take a look at the squad report as we go into our final month's worth of football with Torino. You can see the squad report, see how the players are currently getting on our team, and also the youth squad report as well. I know I mentioned it so many times and I never did it, but Leandro Vilna, the poor 16-year-old, he's not getting a contract, he's getting released, and there you go. I don't know why I left him in the academy for so long, giving him false hope hoped he was going to get a pro deal, and then I ended up terminating him in May. But still, as you can see in the league table, 3 games to go. We are 1 point clear of Juventus. We've got 93, they've got 92. But of course, don't forget, Juventus do have a better head-to-head record, which means if we finish level on points, Juventus will be crowned champions. We need to keep a gap of at least 1 point over them if we want to win this title again. As you can see in the Supercoppa, not Supercoppa, sorry, in the Coppa Italia, we've got Roma in the final, and in the Champions League final, we're taking on Barcelona. So fighting on all fronts, still desperate to complete back-to-back sweeps. It'll be the first time I've ever done that if we can complete it. So desperate for that, really, really desperate for that, and there's still a definite possible chance that could happen, but still we need to remain focused in the league, of course, because in the last game we were beaten by Sassuolo. Now we go back home to the Stadio Olimpico di Torino to take on Udinese, currently sitting in 11th place. This is a game which is must win and then some. After losing against Sassuolo, it means now that if Juventus win their game and we fail to win here, they will go top of the table. So bounce back is an absolute must in this game, and the first chance would fall to us as well in the 30th minute. Lucas wins the ball back here and rides a slide challenge. Ball rolls before playing it through towards Neymar, who heel-to-heel flicks around Scuffet, and the goalkeeper brings him down, and the referee awards a penalty inside the opening quarter of an hour and books the young goalkeeper as well. So Simon Scuffet gets himself a booking now after taking down Neymar. No debate about that one. Definite penalty and a great chance to take the lead from the spot. So Neymar is going to stand up and take here. Great chance to make it 1-0 from 12 yards. Neymar against the goalkeeper sends him the wrong way and makes it Torino 1, Udinese 0. So in an absolutely massive game here, it's our penultimate home game of the season. We need to get the job done. We need to get the 3 points, and this is the perfect start. The ever-reliable Neymar scores again, and he's now hit his target of 25 goals in the season. So that's exactly what I planned for him, and that's exactly what he's got. So Torino 1, Udinese 0, and in the 20th minute we had a great chance to make it 2-0 here. Masaccio rolls the ball through towards Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who Berber spins around the defender, rolls it off to Lucas, and Lucas makes it 2-0 to the home side. So, we had to respond in this game. There was absolutely no excuse for losing to Sassuolo, giving Juventus a chance back at getting in front of us in the title race in this game week. Had to respond in this one, keep ourselves top of the table regardless of what they do, and in 20 minutes we are already 2 goals up. So the perfect start to this game, and just a few minutes later another good chance here. Lucas cuts inside, plays the ball inside towards Sterling, but sadly for us the chance comes to nothing, and Sterling does get himself a big knock. He would stay on, but he had the injury sign next to his player profile. It's not his player profile, his player for the rest of the game. But anyway, it didn't stop his performance. He still looked really, really good, getting inside there to try and take a strike at goal, just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 2-0 to Torino, but Sterling basically limping in this game, still trying to do his best for the team, and it is still 2-0 from the goalkeeper. He's played long, it's flicked on towards Pereira here. He plays it inside towards Kone down the right-hand side. He offloads towards Luis Muriel, who has the pace down the right-hand side to beat Alexandro, rolls it through towards Kone. Kone crosses the ball into the centre, and Pereira heads it in and makes it Torino 2, Udinese 1. So in the game, he spends a year on loan at Juventus. He's completed that deal permanently in real life. Back to Udinese in the game, and Pereira does make it Torino 2, Udinese 1 to get his side back in the game, and of course give the side he spent a year on loan at in the game also a good chance of possibly getting and overtaking us in the Serie A title race. So Pereira getting the goal there makes it 2-1 to Torino. Udinese back in the game. But 5 minutes after the restart here, we had a great chance to make it 2-2 as we crossfield the ball towards Darmian. Darmian finds Danilo here down the right-hand side, plays it inside towards Masaccio as we keep holding the ball, and eventually it comes to Verratti. Verratti finds Alexandro here down the left-hand side. Lovely ball through towards Neymar, who takes it around his man here, keeps holding the ball. Lovely little ball roll to beat his man, and a great finish as well. Scuffet does get some gloves on it, but he can't keep it out. A really, really nice goal there. Really good, patient build-up, and a really good finish after Neymar, after ball rolling around 2 defenders. And the finish, maybe Scuffet could have done a little bit better, but he was quite close to Neymar when the shot came in, so I don't think you can blame him. But either way, Neymar gets his 2nd goal of the game, and it is Torino 3, Udinese 1. So 3-1 up in this game. We get our 2-goal cushion back, but on the stroke of the hour mark here, Kone gets on the ball and plays it inside towards Ferroni. Eventually comes towards Muriel, through towards Alan, who offloads it towards Josie Altidore. The shot is saved by Bernie, however it drops to Fernandez, who turns it into the open goal and makes it Torino 3, Udinese 2. So this season we've been the league's best defenders. We've been really, really tight at the back. Bernie's kept a lot of clean sheets, but this is our 4th goal let in 2 games. We really have let ourselves go a little bit defensively. And again, our 2-goal cushion is gone, and Udinese are right back in the game. So Torino 3, Udinese 2, and we just cannot defend in this game. In the 68th minute, another good chance for us to get our 2-goal cushion back. Alexandro finds Neymar, looking for his hat-trick, but the shot goes wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 3-2 in this game. And in stoppage time, another good chance for Udinese, a great chance to equalise in stoppage time, and give Juventus a huge, huge chance to overtake us and go top of the table. Eventually, it's crossed into the centre towards Perica, who wins the header, and it goes inches wide of Bernie's left down post behind for a goal kick, but thankfully it didn't go in, and it does finish as a 3-2 scoreline to Torino. So we survive in this game, we get the win by 3-2. As you can see, it was not pretty at all. Udinese, in terms of the stats, actually seemed to play a little bit better, but we held on for the 3 points, we held on for the win. That's the most important thing, and with 2 games to go, we are still in the driver's seat. We are still top of the table by a point, and still have a really good chance of completing our 3rd title in 3 years, as we go for back-to-back sweeps in our final season of Torino Career Mode. But that does end the episode, guys, so as always, big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Torino Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Torino Career Mode very soon.